Penalties galore. Gorgeous sidelines. Oh, and another landslide victory. And the FIA is saying no to a special kind of burnout. That's all coming up as we review the Styrian Grand Prix here on Post Checkered Flag. Hey everyone, Mike from Alley One here. Welcome to this edition of Post Checkered Flag covering the Styrian Grand Prix. Don't forget we have the Austrian Grand Prix here at the same track at the Red Bull Ring. And if you ask me personally, if you're new to the Formula One video game series, this is the track I recommend as a starting grid. Now, I do have a spare question for you before we get to the top 10 and the results and my thoughts on this and everything. But, man, Austria is a gorgeous country. Maybe I'll have my honeymoon there. But I just have one question for y'all. Yeah, so my question is regarding F1 2021 here. As you guys know, F1 2021 has a mode called Breaking Point, which has this thing for 6 hours. Mode, you race through 3 seasons, which is like 6 hours of gameplay. So my question to you guys is, will you guys like to see a spin-off? Would you like to see a spin-off of Breaking Point for this game? Because I'm actually very curious about this. Would you guys like to see a spin-off of Breaking Point? Let me know in the comments. And yes, there will be another Road to F121 video coming out short. And in fact, I think there'll be more coming out on a regular basis as we get closer and closer to the game. Because I believe we are 3 weeks away from the British Grand Prix. I do believe. I could be wrong on this one. Well, now let's get to the point scorers for the Styrian Grand Prix. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the top 10 for the Styrian Grand Prix. In 10th place, really impressive showing, recovering from that penalty, Yuki Tsunoda. We'll talk more about him in a little bit. In 9th place, Lance Stroll. Oh, Fernando Alonso's in 9th. 8th was Lance. Oh, I missed. So yeah, 8th place, Lance Stroll. In 7th place, Charles Leclerc. In 6th place, Carlos Sainz. Oh, I'm pissed off I made that mistake. In 5th place, Lando Norris. In 4th place, Sergio Perez. Great battle between him and the last podium. In 3rd place, Valtteri Bottas. And in 2nd place, scoring the fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton. And in 1st place, your points leader, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he was like 35 seconds, or 36 if we round it correctly, was 36 seconds ahead of Mazepin, so he did a burnout, and apparently the race stewards didn't find it humorous. And honestly, of course, there's always going to be the buzzkill of the party. Now, we got to talk about the penalties, because, boy, the stewards for some reason were extremely strict. Probably the biggest one was early on was when Valtteri Bottas spun in the pit lane. Yes, you heard right. Valtteri spun in the pit lane, nearly hitting several McLaren pit crew members. Jeez, even Nikita Mazepin couldn't pull that shit. So he got a 3-place grid penalty starting 5th. And he still got a podium, so pretty good day for Valtteri. And then, if that wasn't crazy enough, we had yet another penalty for the aforementioned Yuki Tsunoda. This time for blocking the aforementioned Valtteri Bottas' status during qualifying. Jeez, and I was like, the stewards were getting extremely strict. Now, we had a couple of DNFs here, and this The first one was due to a puncture for Pierre Gasly, so technically he finished P20 here, and honestly, that really sucks. Having a major call-up with Leclerc and Giovinazzi, but I'm assuming he got the puncture from, I believe, because he ran into Giovinazzi. And this next one, this one hurt. George Russell. He had an issue with an engine issue, which caused him to retire out of the race. Which, I'm not going to lie, honestly, since Russell joined Williams, and in that brief spin with the Checkered Grand Prix, when he went with Mercedes, since when Lewis got tested positive for COVID, he's nothing short of shit luck. Hopefully, things change for him. But now, we gotta talk about something that I didn't think I would see the day. We're gonna have to talk about the Haas team. No, Gene is not selling the team. But what was interesting was a video that was sent on social media. It featured Gunther Steiner, the team principal of Haas F1, and with this lovely gentleman, Nikita Mazepin. And he said, and I quote, "I have a present for you so you can keep on Mazepin." You heard right. It was a spinning top, so Mazepin could keep on spinning. It is official, guys. Haas F1 is embracing the Mazepin memes. And the fact that both Gunther and Nikita himself are acknowledging the memes, even Nikita was laughing about this, which makes me think, is Haas F1 thinking about selling Mazepin merchandise? Because I can guarantee you, if they do start selling Mazepin merchandise, this could give them a ton of funding. In fact, it could even be more. I mean, hell, we could see more funding than Mazepin himself is bringing to the Haas F1 team. Come on, you got to embrace the memes, which is going to be very interesting to see where this goes. And I'm going to say this again. Is Mazepin the best driver for Haas? No, not by a long shot. His pace is continuing to improve. In fact, I think he was like a few tenths of hundreds of thousands of a second off Schumacher. And to be honest, the only reason they chose Mazepin is because Red Bull didn't know what to do with Albon. Just saying. The truth hurts, I know. And let's be honest, I'd rather have Mazepin than Albon, because let's be honest, Albon was mediocre. I hate to say it, but it's true. Alright, so I think that's practically it. Here, we got the Austrian Grand Prix coming up, and then I think it's the British Grand Prix, I think. Let's take a look. If we're following the regular schedule. You know, we had France, then we have Austria. Yep, Silverstone's next, which means we're not that long till we get F1 2021. Let me know in the comments, would you guys like to see a spin-off? And another question, would you buy Mazepin merchandise from Haas? Let me know in the comments section, guys. Until next time, keep on Mazepinning, and I'll see you guys next time.